Okay, so welcome back to um, the tutorial. And well, this tutorial is not going to be edited because uh, I suck at editing. Yeah, after editing that video, it felt like one of those old videos in well back in 2010 or whenever the anime came out. Anyways, so this is going to be the APG tutorial. So now that we've begun the APG tutorial, we have guns now. Look at our guns. Look at our lovely guns. And there's that Titan. And because we're a noob, we still can't really use the ODM gear as well as we should. But if we just casually waltz on our way over there, it should be fine. Now, like it's gonna be a while. I know. Most people will just hook there or hook the ground, jump, hook this, gas that, burst that, shoot that, swing there, swipe left, use that. But yeah, as a noob, we can't really do any of that very fast. So now we just gotta continue walking. Don't mind that. You just casually walk and bam, just like that. As you can tell, it wasn't that hard. This was this was just a normal Titan. We gotta be careful here. They might. Okay, so again, this is the APG. Gosh darn it! It has a little range. Has a little bit more range than the blade. Also, it got big nerfs, huge nerfs. Before the giant update, the range on APG used to be pretty huge, but now it's like it's nerfed. It's nerfed. That's all I'm saying. The APG has been nerfed. Anyways, so you just fly up, and then you hit it like that. You see how low I was. You kind of just point in their general direction, and you should be able to kill them easily. Okay, so now that we've dealt with the normal Titan with APG, basically the same way we've dealt with any Titan as a noob, since we can't really. Did I just hook that? So let's just ignore that perfect hook that I did to stop myself from dying there. And well, since we are noobs and we can't really stop ourselves from falling to our deaths, we kind of just use slopes to slow down our descent. Make sure to, when you're falling like that, always land on a slope so that you don't die due to the sheer foolishness of you going high up, since we're all noobs here. And well, where's that Titan? Where's that Titan? There's that Titan. Last time we took out the normal Titan. Now we are here to take out this abnormal Titan with APG. Now, the simple answer is to just follow the blade tutorial and go for their legs, but just to show you how it's done, I will do that now. We get in front of them, wait for them to either belly flop, and then you kind of just jump up and bam. Just like that. We're gonna go for the jumpers now. Last time I said to get them to jump, but I've realized something, and that the jump time between them jumping and landing, it's a bit, it's a bit fast, and we're not that fast. See there, as my character doesn't move as fast as I would like it to move on the ground to get its leg when it's jumped. So basically treat this jumper as abnormal that cannot belly flop, since we aren't going to be jumping, hooking very high, because if we did that, we're just gonna die. So basically, do the same thing as you would a normal Titan. You see, bam, and then now you just walk backwards. Pretty much walk backwards, and then you hook once, and then you just kind of shoot whenever you get near, because click. With me, I'm using original camera, so now using APG, depending on your camera style, I'm right here using original. See how my mouse is full form, flying everywhere around the screen. As I get to one direction, it kind of spins my camera movement around. I can shoot far left, I can't angle, and far right, I still can't angle, but shoot up, shoot down. That's with original cam, and well, with first-person shooter, this is just first-person shooter. Any FPS game that you might play, it's basically now become a first-person shooter. But this is TPS, where it's just third-person shooter. Basically, it's any third-person. It becomes a third-person shooter now, and as any third-person shooter is, basically, yes, it's like that. You know, you can't. It doesn't have as much range, but it is more accurate. For some people, I don't use that. I use original. I find original better for my playing. I suck at shooters. And well, yeah. And now we deal with that crawler with APG. Dealing with a crawler with APG is fairly simple. Just follow the blade tutorial, and it's essentially the same. Basically, you kind of just go and just walk over to it, and then you say, "Hello, crawler," and basically you just hook onto the side of the building, and then you shoot it, and then you shoot, and then you shoot, and then you shoot it, and then it's not working, guys, and then you shoot it, and now that you shot it once, you kind of climb up, and then you climb to the head, and then you climb to the, and then you kind of just guess where the nape is at, and then you shoot it, just like that. Fairly simple with the gun. You could do that with the blade too. You can just. And now we come to the Rock Titan. Anyways, so we do the same thing as we would any normal Titan. The Rock Titan, yes, very deadly, very deadly. You don't want to face a Rock Titan in the open if you're a noob, because you're gonna die. Especially online. If you play online with a rock, lag, the latency, the ping, the everything, you're just gonna die. Alright? They're basically unstoppable if you're in the open and you face a rock. And yeah, you're just gonna die. So, luckily for me, this is single player, as you can see down there. And, well, there's a bunch of buildings. And we're low to the ground with a bunch of buildings, again. So, it's fairly simple. Just treat them as a normal Titan, an abnormal Titan. You know, they can run. Now that they've thrown once, you kind of just run away now. Run away. Yep. See, and they throw again. Dodge here because they're gonna try to pick you up. Now that they turn, as long as they don't toss, you're good. Just run back to a building and you're safe. Watch out, they're gonna grab. So let's just ignore that terrible performance because, you know, maybe you panicked or forgot that you can dodge. But for now, this is how you face a rock. You see how it's just chilling with no care in the world. Basically, just treat it as a abnormal and you should be fine when they throw the rock once, because once they throw the rock once, you are good. good. Just kind of dodge, dodge, and then we yoink their legs like that, and then you kind of hook your way up and you shoot them. And that's how you take out a thrower with APG, and we're gonna move on to the most deadly, punks. Yep, so Punk has essentially found our one counter to us noobs. Stomps and kicks. I know that most other Titans also have stomp and kicks, but like they usually go for a grab instead of a stomp or a kick. But now punks will only stomp or kick once you're down there. Now, it's still relatively safe. All you have to do is find the center of a punk. Yeah, just find the center. If you can find the center of a punk, you are still safe. But now it is more dangerous to go for their legs if you can't find the center of a punk. I'll just show you right now as we make our way towards the punk. We have to somehow manage to find the center of a punk, because if we can find the center of a punk, we are again essentially cannot be touched by the punk. So let me just see if I could safely enter the center of the punk. That is not the center of the punk. If the punk can kick you, that means you are not at the center of the punk. And if the punk can't kick you, it will become like this. As you can tell, I am completely safe as long as I don't leave the center of the punk. It will not kick me, it will not hurt me, it will not touch me in places where I don't want them to touch me. And well, basically it is free game, and you just have to jump, and you just have to jump, and you just have to jump. And let's try that again. You just have to jump and okay, so let's ignore that terrible performance, and we'll make sure you slide. There you go. Slow down your momentum as you fall down. Now, how you do that, I have no idea. You kind of just have to hold your keys in the right direction as you fall down. Well, it was also a bad example because it was cramped, and well, we need to get the punk in a more open-ish area, kind of like this. Let's take him over here. Let's take the punk over here so it has more room to run around. Alright, and then we kind of just have to slide right there. This leg here, that there is the leg that we don't want to be at. We want to be near the right leg. So as long as you are, that's where the center of the punk is at, which is the left leg. I still don't know my rights and left, alright guys? I'm sorry, but like basically just go towards the leg that does not kick or stomp, and that's basically the center of a punk. As you can tell, it cannot touch me, it cannot reach me, it cannot touch me in places that I don't want them to touch me. But basically now I am safe, I am centered, and well, now I just have to wait for the right timing, jump up, and then I just have to wait for the right timing, jump up, and then shoot it. There we go. Basically, they're pretty okay to dodge. Kind of just do that, and then you climb up here, and then you just shoot them. And that's how you take care of all the different types of Titans with APG. Hello, I'm Lid or Lidge or LidJJ, or however you want to pronounce my username. So, you either stuck around to see this part or you stumbled upon this video by accident. Disclaimer, this is not to improve your skill at the game, this is simply to kill Titans. With that being said, please enjoy the video. The game has been updated since the last tutorial, and cutting a Titan's arm now will not make them cease to do anything, as they have learned that they have 2 arms and legs. Although going for the Titan's legs in general is still the safest option. So you decided to pick up the way of the gun instead of the blade. The weapon of choice today is the APG. It has a short to long range depending on how fast you are going. The faster you are, the longer your range. Unlike the blade, we can't just start blasting. You have a limited amount of bullets, so make sure you shoot wisely. And or go ahead and shoot wildly. You're just going to have to make trips to the refill station more often. Now that we have a bit of range, we can take out titans from a safer distance. All the skills you learned from the first Noob's Guide to Killing Titans should transfer easily to APG. If you haven't seen the Blade tutorial, then I guess this won't make any sense to you. You don't have to watch the Blade video to understand this one, since the tips here will be different and interchangeable from weapon to weapon, except for Thunder Spears. Going for the leg is still the safest option, but we can now more safely go higher with our range upgrade. APG also has a piercing reaction due to the longer range of attack. Easiest example to show is hitting the legs, since with APG you don't have to go behind them anymore. Just build enough speed and it will pierce through to the hitbox of the leg. Normal Titans are still the most dangerous, since if you can't shoot outside the range, you got to get close within the range. Rocks are still rocking, punks are annoying, crawlers are crawling, jumpers are jumping, and abnormals are still belly flopping. Just do the things you would normally do with a blade, but now at a safer distance. As to not repeat myself, like say go for the legs, but this time with a gun, here are some easy transition steps using APG. Point and click to shoot. Everything else with the ODM gear remains the same. Now on to dealing with the horde of titans. First, you look at how many titans there are. Next, you run away. As a noob, we aren't able to deal with 2 or more titans safely. You still want to go in there? Well, I wish you good luck, soldier. Okay, now that noob is dead, we can learn how to deal with the horde of titan easily. Step 1. Wait for a pro player to arrive. Step 2. Wait for them to kill all except one titan. Step 3. Tell them you want to kill the last titan. The pressure is now on. You must prove to the pro player that you are more than just a noob. Because my noobs do not buckle or yield when faced with the cruelty of this world. My noobs push forward. My noobs scream out. My noobs rage! Okay, now onto the real way to deal with hordes. A horde of normal titans are the easiest to deal with. This time, we have to go for the kill. We cannot do our safe leg strategy since us noobs are too slow to get all their legs in time before getting grabbed. Since we have a gun, as long as you don't run out of bullets or get caught while reloading, you should be fine. Just jump in the horde and start blasting. This is one of our only ways to beat hordes. The safer option is to split the horde.
The simple answer is, as noobs, you'll never be able to deal with hordes.
We'll probably be so slow at killing each individual titan that the horde will just gather again.
We cannot do our safe leg strategy since us noobs are too slow to get all their legs in time before getting grabbed.
If they say no, well, you're still alive to fight another day.
Can't be! Impossible! You can't be the legendary Super Noob!
"夜明けに命をかけて」